the biggest issue is around where is democracy headed, right? I mean, so the U.S. right now is almost at a state of constitutional crisis, where there's declining faith in its judiciary, in its electoral process. Europe is kind of grappling with the same questions. I mean, are we trying to become closer together? Are we, do we still believe in a creed of globalization, or are we sort of splintering into sort of our ethnic constituent parts? And the rest of the world really does look at Canada as sort of the project that is still working, the project of a kind of post-national ideal that is possible. And so I think that as the rest of the democratic world continues to struggle with this basic question of where are we headed, the importance of Canada as a litmus test of, is the idealistic notion of a kind of rational system of laws that can hold together a diverse history, ethnicity, sovereignties into one political community. I think the world's going to look to us and see if it's possible. Of course they can. I mean, elections have consequences, and as we've seen the last couple of years, sometimes those consequences are kind of unpredictable. I really think that, not just in Canada, but across the democratic world, the big debate now, the big political divide is between liberals and conservatives. And what I mean by that is not traditional left and right, but more liberals in the sense of this community is about empowering individuals and a rational system of laws that makes us all equal under the law, and the conservative idea that we're building an organic community within which individuals sort of have meaning and have a place. And so especially if 2019 continues to be full of disruptions, of anxieties, of conflicts, of crisis events, I think that the conservatives' message of we got to sort of strengthen our organic community is going to pull a lot of voters. A recognition that the stakes are giant in this moment, that movements are powerful, that politics can surprise, that we as citizens have enormous power and also choices that we need to make about which way we want our community to go. And you see it everywhere, from the in the U.S. Midterm elections, just the diversity of candidates who are stepping forward and saying, I see an important political role that I can play. I can be a politician, and that's an important leadership role. And a much wider diversity of candidates than ever before. I expect that we're going to see the same thing here in Canada in the 2019 federal election, and not just political participation, but community participation too. So participation alone doesn't solve problems, but it is, I think, for me, a fundamental sign of hope that people recognize the scale of challenges and fundamentally want to be part of solving them.